You're live. So, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody. And we are live. We've got a slight delay on the screen here that we can't see us as we are. And you've also got a score there. Oh no, that was from when we were looking before. So they will see us about a minute later, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how this is an improvement.
No.
Not after all your time with him.
Yeah. But they can hear us right now. Do you want to talk about tennis?
I can't see anyone in the room.
No, that's true.
And it's not working anyway. It's a delay. Okay, so that's delayed as well. So this is really difficult.
I can see there. You see, that is not delayed. So you can change whatever you want.
I don't need to change it. I can't see the score on there, and I can't see the score live on there. So how is that helping me?
There's the score.
Okay. But no. Because I have to go to remote control. Right, okay.
All right. I know it's not perfect how you want it. So, let's see if we can make the most of this.
Why can't we go back to how it was?
I'd love to work out how to do that. And you stay there, and I'm going to ask Gemini if we can. Just a second. Just talk to the people if there's anyone there.
I don't even know where those. So we're just working through technical checks. The game's due to start in Miami in 17 minutes. So these are just technical run-throughs. So please bear with us. We'll be all set and ready to go just before 7 o'clock in the UK, 3 p.m. in Miami, and wherever you're watching from. I hope you're looking forward to this match as much as Katie and Dan are.
Yes, can you repeat it again? Right click on what? Yeah. Totally. I'm trying it right now. So, go into OBS. And, yeah, you see that's live. That's better, isn't it? Can you change the score now?
Hooray!
Hooray. So, we're here. Hello, everybody. And lovely to see you all. We've got a chat bar here. Say hello. Tell us where you're zooming in from. We're excited about the match.
So yes, this is the Miami final, the Miami Open final between Aryna Sabalenka and Coco Gauff. The end of the Sunshine Swing and the end, really, for the time being, of the hard court season. So since January, everything's been played on hard court for these top players. Anyone inside really the top 70, 80 players in the world will have been playing the whole of January, February and March on hard court. And here we are sat on the 28th of March. And the very first change of surface is happening in Charleston, also in America, as they're playing the qualifiers for next week's WTA event in Charleston, which is played on green clay, a bit of a forerunner to the clay court season in Europe, which starts in Linz next weekend in Austria, where they play indoors. but it is clay indoors, and then we're into the real nitty-gritty of the European red clay court season, with big events in Madrid, Rome, and then ultimately at the French Open in Paris. But today is all about the Miami Open, the Sunshine Swing double. Can Aryna Sabalenka, the world number one, become one of very few players to win both in the same season?
And from what I can see, there's people turning up in the room. So hello, Salamat po for coming. Mabuhay if you're in the middle of the night in the Philippines, or if you're not in the Philippines, tell us where you are. It would be lovely to see you. Or, well, we're not going to see you, are you? Are we? Lovely to hear you.
Hello everyone, glad you could join us. We're about 13 minutes away from the players coming onto court. So, as I was saying, this is a culmination really of the first 3 months of the season, and Aryna Sabalenka is really setting a new standard this season. Never before has she been so successful in balancing competitive play and rest and recovery. So, having started off in Brisbane, a WTA 500 event in the beginning of January, which she won, she then led nicely into the Australian Open, where she got all the way to the final. Some would argue that she should have won that match, but she actually lost to Rybakina in the final, despite leading in the third set. She then took all of February off and had a really good break, close to 5 weeks, before then coming across to America to Indian Wells, where she got to the final, played Rybakina again, and despite the closest of matches, going all the way to the last set tiebreak, match point to Rybakina, match point to Sabalenka, could have gone either way. Aryna Sabalenka took the title there, and now the next event across from Indian Wells to Miami, here she is in her fourth final from the 4 events she's played. That's a very good indicator that she's getting the balance right between playing competitive tennis at the highest level and coming onto court and playing consistently as she's capable of as the world number one, and is incredibly difficult to beat now. Last year, in comparison, she tried to go to the Middle East and she lost early in those events. And of course, what that does is it puts a dent in your confidence, and it also puts a dent in your winning momentum. At the moment, Sabalenka has a huge amount of confidence, and I think she feels like every tournament's on her racket, and even the matches she's lost in these big finals since November at the WTA finals against Rybakina, I think she's felt she should have won them. So Coco Gauff has got a big task on her hands tonight. Yet when you look at their head-to-head record, you could think this is going to be really close, because they currently stand 6 matches each, 6 all in their head-to-head record. But those watching closely will know that Coco Gauff coming into Miami was in a very different place to Sabalenka. And although she's provisionally now world number 3, you'd do very well to argue that over the last 6 months she's been playing like the 3rd best player in the world. So put very succinctly, Aryna Sabalenka should win this match. She's expecting to win this match, and I would say it's 96% likely she will win the match. Coco Gauff will do very well to make this a competitive match. And what I mean by that is taking this match to even 3 sets, or playing 2 close sets. That would be, I think, progress for Coco Gauff. But of course, she's going on to court believing for the first time slightly differently to the past 6 months. And I think the confidence she's gained from her opening round, round 2, round 3, round 4, and even the quarterfinals, all those 4 matches went to 3 sets. She came through each one despite being vulnerable. And then when she took her semi-final opponent on, Karolina Muchova, she was dominant and won 6-1, 6-1. So Coco Gauff, I think for the first time, is believing, but we know where her frailties lie, and they have still surfaced at this event. Her serve, in particular, the percentage of double faults. Miami is a kind surface to all servers because it's fast. And so even some of the slower servers, their first serve in particular looks quite threatening, and it's a bit easier to hold serve. Coco Gauff's double fault percentage has slightly improved in Miami. In comparison to Indian Wells, she's serving fewer double faults. But in comparison to Aryna Sabalenka, she's serving a lot of double faults, and that's the crucial point tonight. Coco Gauff cannot afford to give up too many free points on her service games, because Aryna Sabalenka, if she can break Coco Gauff's serve even twice in this match, that could be enough, because she's going to hold serve a lot more comfortably, you would think, unless Coco Gauff has a really great day on this tennis court and Aryna Sabalenka does something she hasn't done all year, which is play badly.
So, when do we think the women are going to turn up onto the court? Are we waiting for a match to finish, or is there anything going on before then?
Yeah, they're not coming onto court before 3 p.m. their time. They were following the doubles final. I can tell you how that match got on.
Thank you, yeah.
That was the men's doubles final. So as a WTA site, we don't really talk about the men, but I can tell you that final is finished. So they will be coming out on time, and that can only be a few minutes away. So Coco Gauff, what are her strengths? Well, she is a great defensive player. The last time Coco Gauff beat Aryna Sabalenka was last May, beginning of June, the French Open final anyway, at the end of that event, which would have been the first weekend in June. So we're going back eight months or so, and Coco Gauff managed to come through and win the French Open final against Aryna Sabalenka on a very different surface, clay surface, and Aryna Sabalenka was disgusted with the number of errors she made in that match. It was a very tense match. Both players were trying to win the French Open for the first time, and for someone of Aryna Sabalenka's style of play, winning on clay is the greatest challenge for her. So she was gutted that she didn't win that match. But as I've said about a few finals in more recent times that Sabalenka's lost, she often feels like she wins the match if she does her job well, her side of the net, and she felt like she threw that title away. So that final aside, you have to go back to 2024 when Coco Gauff last beat Sabalenka, and she will counter-attack. She will defend her baseline. She's a great mover, and she will look to wear Sabalenka down by getting as many balls back as possible with using the pace of Sabalenka and with as much length, and using her heavy topspin both on the double-handed backhand side and on her forehand side, and she'll be trying to grind Sabalenka down with her really strong defensive game. If Sabalenka dominates, as she hopes she will, it will be because she's firing on all cylinders. Big first serves, big high-kicking second serves, good first strike tennis, putting pressure on Gauff and forcing Gauff into places on the court she doesn't want to go. So it's going to be very much a game of attack and defence. Gauff has somehow got to try and keep up with Aryna Sabalenka in terms of the free points. The big difference between Aryna Sabalenka and the 99% of the tour in most matches is that Sabalenka has the balance between hitting winners and forcing shots, which ultimately are near enough the same as a winner. They force the error from their opponent's racket, and unforced errors where she just gifts the point to her opponent. Her ratio of winners far outweighs her unforced errors, and that's very, very different to most of the players on the tour. Yes, Players like Rybakina can have a very good match, and they can also have a positive ratio of winners to unforced errors. But if you look at Aryna Sabalenka, she's virtually doing it every single time she comes onto court. You'll do well to find 5 matches from Coco Gauff's last year since the French Open final where she's managed that. Whereas you'll do well to find 5 matches Sabalenka hasn't done that. The number of winners is far in excess of her unforced error count by the end of the match. And that is something Coco Gauff has got to try and find. She's got to try and find some free points. That means either hitting some exceptional first serves, which win her the point, or getting her forehand actually firing and forcing the errors from some attacking forehands from her side of the net. And it's going to be really interesting whether she can keep her double faults down, whether she can keep her unforced errors on her forehand side down and replace them with great first serves that win her the point, or some first strikes off her forehand that keep the winners count on the up. So that's the only way, and that's a huge shift in what we've been seeing on recent form. So yes, Coco Gauff beat Karolina Muchova in the semi-finals very easily, but again, look at their head-to-head record. Coco Gauff has played Muchova 6 times now and won every single time. Sometimes you've just got a good matchup. Your game styles really fit, and those kinds of matchups don't really count for very much against other players. So just because she won her semi-final very easily does not mean that she is flying and is going to really be outplaying Sabalenka. I don't see that at all. This is very much Gauff's going to test out where her game's at. She's going through a lot of sort of challenges. She's coming out the other side possibly with her serve. It's getting slightly better. Confidence will help her forehand, and she'll starting to believe. But I think for Coco Gauff to really come through her sticky patch over the last 6 months, she needs a big win. So this is the first time Coco Gauff has an opportunity to take that big win and put the recent past behind her. And she's been thinking better. She's been sounding a lot better off court, trying to enjoy her tennis, trying to be proud of her achievements, focusing on the good things, not focusing on the things that have been troubling her. So lots to look forward to. And I think the players are about to be called out. They're backstage. Miami has this sort of waiting area behind, well, sort of underneath and sort of outside the stadium courts. And Coco Gauff is wearing white. I'll let Katie tell you a little bit about the players, what they're wearing.
Yes, Sabalenka's got her signature pink dress on currently. The one that she's been wearing the last few matches. And her big Wilson racket bag on. She's not got headphones on. She often wears headphones, doesn't she?
Yeah, Coco Gauff was wearing headphones.
And now you told me something about the player order that they walk on. They all walk on.
Yeah, lower ranked player will come on first, or the higher ranked player will come on second. But and that's what's happened. So Gauff has gone on to court. She is the American, so she'll have she'll have the majority of the home fans cheering for her. Aryna Sabalenka, though, will be used to being a sort of second favourite on court, partly because she's the world number 1 and it's human nature to support the underdog. If you haven't really got a favourite, the neutral person will tend to go for the underdog, or certainly hope that it's a good close match for the
yeah, that's it, isn't it? You get a better match if you go for the underdog.
You do.
Yeah, we like the underdog, don't we?
We do.
We always do. There she is. So she's got her headphones on. She's got a New Balance dress on. Well, at the moment it looks like a dress. It might be a top and skirt. She looks committed. She looks like she's concentrating. She looks like, confident enough. White sweatbands, lilac head, large handbag tote, and a racket bag, all head, in that kind of lilac-y colour. I'm not sure who you're talking to.
Where's the numbers? We normally always see numbers.
I know, you can usually, can't you?
Can we not see that?
I can
Oh,
see
we
them
do.
somewhere else. And I think that's me.
Okay, so we're...
But but now we are live. And
I don't understand why we don't have the numbers on.
No, I know you don't, darling. And neither do I, but let's just go with what we've got for now.
Yeah, I'm just asking the questions since
Yeah.
no one else is here.
Yeah. That it will be recorded for later, so they can come back in and watch it. Watch us bickering if they want to.
I'm not
Love you,
bickering,
baby.
I'm asking the question.
I know.
I find it discombobulating.
Yes, I know when things change. So do I, but you just have to sort of roll with it because
Okay.
that's how it works.
Well, it's the fun. I mean,
It's all part of the fun, exactly. And
so I've just been saying all that to you.
you have. And the people who are going to listen, and I'll edit out the bickering.
Really?
I have to, won't I?
Are you calling it that? I'm not. So we're doing the coin toss now, and Coco Gauff has been wearing a cap or a visor, and she's got her. Well, I think it's a visor. No,
Yeah, she still has
I think
it.
there's a cap. She's got her hair
Does it?
tied up through the back of the cap, and I think that's in relation to another American sportsman who she's sort of aligned with in
Who's
terms
that?
of her headwear. I knew you were going to say that, but I would have said who it was if
I
I knew.
thought you were being coy.
I was being...
Do you know what sport he plays?
It's an American, so I would think it's either basketball or baseball.
And the Pinoy Power people love basketball, don't they?
They do.
And yes, it is a cap. Interesting. Good. Well.
So they're going to start their 5-minute knock-up.
I'm going to...
And the weather is good. Blue sky, sunshine. And we'll see the temperature in due course, I would think. But I suspect it's mid to high 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. Sabalenka, of course, has not lost a set getting to the final. Gauff, on the other hand, as I said, had 4 consecutive 3-set matches.
And keyboard. Oh, 8270. Enter. And now that keyboard is connected. Wonderful. So if I put the thing there and I put the thing there, I can... Good. Lovely. That's easier for that.
So 6 years in age difference between these two players. Coco Gauff seems like she's been around as long as Aryna Sabalenka, but you would be mistaken. Sabalenka's 27, soon not far off being 28, and Coco Gauff is still just 21 years of age, so nearly 6 years between them.
I feel like I've been watching her for years. Do you remember when I was on holiday with the boys and you told me to watch Coco Gauff because Wimbledon was on and I was watching it for the entire holiday. Now she's full of energy.
I hope so.
Well, yes, you would hope so. And it is a dress. I like her outfit a lot. We have a fan visiting us. Say hello. Hello. Viewer number 2. Hello, all feel love.
Hey.
Or is that an advert? No, that's an advert. That's not the guy who's turned up. Anyway, lovely to see you. Do join in the chat. It's just a small room at the moment. We often end up with thousands of people, but I think a lot of our fans are in the Philippines and they are asleep. So, for today, we're going to do a go live with Sabalenka and Gauff, even though it isn't a Southeast Asian tie. But we thought we'd do it for you guys to see if you wanted to see other people playing tennis. But we also realise it's very difficult because it's 3 o'clock in the morning there.
So Coco Gauff is serving first, which will be an interesting little sort of stage of the match to see how her serve holds up and whether Sabalenka gets immediately on top in this first set by breaking it. There was a sequence of matches both in the Middle East and then in Indian Wells where Coco Gauff was really struggling. She lost her first service game in numerous occasions. Kalinskaya, then Ayala, all breaking her serve at will, helped by something like 1.3 double faults every service game. It was really getting quite silly, really, how many double faults she was serving. But this event, her double faults have been below her average over the last 52 weeks of the year. So Coco Gauff, for the last 52 weeks on tour, has been serving close to, if not 10%. So every time she serves, 1 in 10 service points would be a double fault. Whereas at this event, she's been down below 10%. So an improvement for her. She'd like it much nearer Aryna Sabalenka's percentage, which is well below 3% at the moment. Gauff has been between 5 and 9% in Miami. So she'll be trying to get that down. Expected today, Aryna Sabalenka, the computer gives her a 74% chance of victory. I'm closer to 95% chance of victory. There's always a chance the underdog can come through, but I'm not expecting it today. But Gauff will be hoping that she can compete today. She wants to make Sabalenka work, and she wants to really see how her game holds up against the very best. This is the first time she's played Aryna Sabalenka for quite a long time. You have to go back to last autumn, and she's not beaten Aryna Sabalenka since the French Open final, which is a very different surface. So all the advantages really are with the world number one. Let's see how we get on in this first service game. Coco Gauff serving from the near end. And she's starting the first point. Good first serve, first point underway, good return from Sabalenka. Straight away we're into a backhand baseline battle. But Sabalenka's found a good first strike and then follows it up by coming into the net and hitting a delightful little dink drop shot to win the first point. So that could be the pattern of things to come. The power of Sabalenka's shots really causing Gauff a problem there, and she couldn't do much about that other than hit shorter and shorter, and Sabalenka eventually took control of the point and the first point. Another good first serve by Gauff. That's 2 first serves, but yet again she's defending as Sabalenka is building the point from these short mid-court balls, pulling Gauff left around the court. Superb point. Pulled Gauff wider and wider on the backhand side. So far out of court, it left the entire forehand wing open, and she's just bulleted a double-handed backhand down the line for a winner. Another example of how good Sabalenka is now at
They're coming in now.
Getting the benefit of her strikes without needless errors. She doesn't make as many mistakes as 2 or 3 years ago. It makes it very difficult for someone like Gauff to challenge her. Third point underway, and Gauff misses her first serve.
I think there's a few sleepy Pinoy power people in the room now.
Unfortunately, right on cue, having mentioned the 1.3 double faults a game that Gauff was averaging for much of the first two and a half months of this year until this tournament, she's just served her first double fault. Let's hope she doesn't serve too many tonight, but I'm afraid she's missed her first serve as she faces 3 break points, yet to win a point in this final. Sabalenka looking to attack this second serve. She does indeed attack it. Gauff does well to get it back. We're now playing forehand to forehand on the baseline. Gauff hanging in there, trying to do her best defending, but Sabalenka dominating the point. But Gauff will be relieved that Sabalenka's double-handed backhand just misses. I do like it. It's a much better miss to miss out rather than in the net. And that's what happened there. Sabalenka just missing her last shot as the backhand went a foot over the baseline. 15-40. Still 2 more break points as Gauff serves. It's a good first serve, but another excellent return. Another excellent return from Sabalenka. And she does indeed break the first game.
Gosh, that was quick, wasn't it?
Exceptional tennis. The standard Sabalenka has set now for the women's game is, I think, for the first time, she's setting a standard which the others are trying to hang on to. They're not living up to her standard. She's pulled away. Over 3,000 points ahead in the rankings, and her tennis is living up to it. It's really for the rest of the pack to try and raise their game. And this is what I think is the most helpful to Gauff. She'll be thinking, well, I'm 21, Sabalenka's nearly 28, so Sabalenka won't be around as long as I am. But what I need to do is keep on improving and keep learning from the very best. So she'll be using this as very much a learning opportunity, regardless of whether she gets beaten heavily or not.
And the women are having longer careers these days, aren't they? Coming back after children. But
that is true. Yes, yeah. You can protect your ranking now whilst having a baby.
That's good. Yes, that was a lovely shot from Gauff.
First point of Sabalenka's service game, and second serve, Gauff indeed hits a forehand winner down the line. She went for her forehand and she pulled it off.
And the crowds are starting to fill the seats. Looks a little bit empty.
Second point. Sabalenka finds a big first serve. Gauff gets it back, but Sabalenka pulls it wide. And unlike the first service game of Gauff, Sabalenka has not found her touch from this near end. Having changed ends, she's now looking a little bit more Eristrine, as she found the tram lines with her forehand there, giving Gauff the first a real chance in this game. Love 30. She serves down the middle, finds a good first serve. So good, in fact, it was a clean ace down the middle, down the centre line, what we call the T, because of the way the lines look. It's a T shape. If you look in the centre of the service boxes, it's like a letter T. As she serves 15-30, another great first serve. She comes in, takes it out of the air, and that's too good for Gauff, as her forehand volley is hit miles out from Gauff's racket. So she's recovered this game position to all parity, as we say, all square at 30 all.
Are they in the main? This is the centre court of Miami, right?
It is, yes. Good first serve. Gauff trying to attack it, but goes long with her forehand.
Ooh,
so this will be a good game for Sabalenka to get out of. You never really break your opponent's serve unless you consolidate it by holding your serve immediately after. And Sabalenka will be acutely aware of the importance of doing such a thing by holding her serve, and she has a game point now. As Panis, 1957, is telling us that it's 3:25 in the morning.
Oh, you're in the Philippines, Panis. Oh, Salamat Po. I'm not Salamat Po. Yes, Salamat Po for coming, and Mabuhay.
Second serve now. Game point. It's a good second serve. Gauff, heavy topspin on the backhand, but pulls that backhand wide. And we are at 2 games to love in this first set of this women's final. And what has already felt like quite a long season for a lot of the players, the one player who won't be feeling it quite so much is Aryna Sabalenka, because this is only her 4th event, managing her schedule from the luxury of being miles clear in the rankings and being able to pick and choose her events. 4th event, 4th final, it tells me her scheduling is working for her. As Gauff serves, love 2, looking to get her first game on the board. Good first serve, Sabalenka gets it back, but Gauff plays a good backhand into the space back behind Sabalenka, which is always a good tactic. Coco's family are in. It looks like younger brother or possibly cousins, but mum is sat there with 2 young boys, I would say. Second point underway. Forehand down the line from Gauff. Sabalenka staying at the back, waiting to see what Gauff does, but she hits another good forehand. And there's lots of vocal support coming from Gauff's camp, but it's the introduction of 2 young family members, I think, that are making all the noise. But that was a nice forehand.
I saw an interview with Ayala today where she said she was big mates with Coco. And I see in Coco today that determination that Ayala has. And, I mean, they all do the fist pump of glory, don't they, when they win a point? But
well, this is a much more dominant game as Sabalenka is forced into an error, a forced error. And Gauff serving a bit faster. Miami is good for serving. It's good conditions for serving, and her serve there was over 110 miles an hour. 40 love up, looking to win her first game. And she does indeed win her first service game 2 love.
Very good.
It was very good. I suspect Sabalenka, having broken in the first game of this match, will be concentrating on her service games and will be determined to hold serve. It'll be interesting if she can do that.
Ah, yes, that's one of the things that you always say, isn't it? You have to have a good serve so that you can just hold your serve and a good enough return. Right.
Yeah, if you play your best tennis when you're serving, that is likely to help you hold your serves comfortably. Sometimes you can play your best tennis when your opponent's serving, and it can win you some points, but unless you're able to break serve, a lot of that best tennis is wasted in terms of the actual keeping the scoreboard ticking over. So players winning a lot of points with best tennis, but those points don't lead to actually winning games, is a bit of a waste. So basically you want to play a lot of good tennis when you're serving, so you hold your serves, and then if you just happen to play really well for 4 points on your opponent's serve, that's actually better than playing, say, 2 or 3 points really well every time they serve, but not ever breaking their serve. So sometimes players kind of really concentrate on certain games, especially when it's close to the end of a set. So if it's at 4-all, 5-4, either way, sometimes that's when they look to really focus in on break an opponent's serve. The other time, of course, is the very first game where the player's cold, and that's what happened in this match. Coco Gauff served first, and it was her first service game, and Sabalenka took advantage. She's now serving with that break, 2-1, early in the first set. As she comes to the net, Gauff makes a player volley, and she can't put the volley in court. That was a poor volley. She got down late to the ball, and her racket was in the wrong position, and hence it went out.
And mabo hi to the people, sleepy Filipinos who are waking up, I think, and turning up in the room. Salamat po for coming. We're here for you when you've had your first cup of tea or whatever.
What hot drink do you have? Do you have a hot drink?
I don't know.
This time a return goes long from Coco Gauff's racket, 15-all.
Yes. So it's 7:21 in the evening here where we are. I know it's 3:21 in the morning where you are. That's crazy. You're making me yawn. But don't be doing any whistling yet, because if it's still dark, you don't want the werewolves to come out.
Third point underway. Second serve. Gauff trying to push Sabalenka back deep. Sabalenka unleashes a forehand cross court, then a backhand cross court. She's got the advantage, but she makes an error, an unforced error, unusually off a mid-court ball, trying to push Gauff out of position, and what we call over-pressing, looking to hit a winner possibly 1 or 2 shots too early in the rally, and catching the net, 15-30.
I like it when the underdog wins. I mean, I don't think it's likely that they're going to win, is it? But, Mr. Darth, good to see you. Mabuhay, very early morning for you. Yes, we're all going for Coco this time. I think we might be disappointed, but it's okay. We're good with the underdog.
Yeah, it's still early days. This is a chance for Coco Gauff, though, trying to get this break back. 15-30, Sabalenka second serve.
Oh, they're all coming in. There's Merla as well. Hello,
good
Merla.
Forehand from Sabalenka, though, right into the corner, and Gauff couldn't defend that forehand and put her reply into the net. So we're at 30 all. Sabalenka mixing her power with precision. That's last second serve, 91 miles an hour. But for those of you who are big Ayala fans, these comparisons are worth noting. So Sabalenka's second serve, similar speed to Alex's average first serve. So it just gives you an idea. That first serve goes long at 112 miles an hour. Second serve at 30 all is a good one, pulling Coco Gauff wide.
She was long. Was she long?
No, just caught the line. And Coco Gauff, in trying to get back into position from being pulled wide from that very good second serve, in rushing across, she couldn't control her backhand, and it gives Sabalenka a game point. But yeah, she's serving on average around 90 miles an hour on second serve, but her first serve is in excess of 110 miles an hour, as she lands another first serve and follows up with a cross-court backhand winner to give her the game and take that 2-game advantage, meaning that she's consolidated her break of serve with holding her serve twice. And as I said before the match, if Sabalenka plays her game at the moment, she's winning. She has to either play badly or her opponents have to play really well. So Gauff is trying to raise her level here. And it's one thing raising your level to win the games. It's another thing to raise your level to win a set, or, as we all know, to win the 2 sets out of the 3. So very interesting, because we watched Coco Gauff only 3 weeks ago from Devon. We were in Devon, and she was playing Alex Ayala, and Alex was well on top for the 8 games she won, and Coco Gauff could only manage 2 before she retired. So it's really interesting to see these different players who you've seen one day playing one opponent,
second serve,
where another day they're having a good tournament and playing the world's best, and yet you're looking at the same player. And Coco Gauff, there we go.
Double fault.
A second double fault, and that was a poor double fault because the second serve struggled to get halfway up the net.
But I have to say, mentally, her response to a double fault seems to me to be very calm. You know, some of them have histrionics, don't they?
Yeah, she's been through a full set of emotions on her serve, and
into the net.
It really, what you were talking about there, that double fault had lingered in her head because she just played an awful third point, and Sabalenka returned to her forehand, and Gauff hardly got it. going in any direction at all and hit the net in the tram line. So it was wrong direction and wrong height. 15:30 as Gauff serves. This time it's caught the top of the net, and that's just sat up for Sabalenka to hit away her forehand. This is a poor game from Gauff, I'm afraid. She's had really unsettled by that service double fault at 15 all. And
Laban Coco.
we're now 15:40, and really this set will be done now, I'm afraid, if Sabalenka gets 2 breaks up. 15:40. First serve into the net. And for Gauff fans, this is what I would have feared, is the fact that she's not found her level and she's starting to get well beaten as that second serve catches the top of the net. So this is a let second serve. Sabalenka will be eyeing up a dominant return here. She does indeed hit a good return, and now she's got Gauff in trouble, but she misses the drop shot where it looked like she had the point won, and she just caught it a bit high on the racket face and didn't get the elevation. So Gauff saves that first break point as Helen is in the room.
Yes. Muba high. Mabu. I don't know why I always say that. Mabu high.
Good first serve. Gauff may well escape this point, and she does.
Juice.
With a good first serve. Sabalenka irritated by that. Her return went 2 or 3 inches
She
long.
does that thing where she blows on the bottom of her racket, and that's a Sabalenka thing, isn't it? And I don't know whether she's blowing to cool down her actual racket handle or whether she's cooling down her hand.
Another good first serve from Gauff, and this should be an easy put away. And she does indeed give
So long,
herself
Coco.
a break point with a short return from Sabalenka that Gauff dispatched down the line. So Gauff
she's gone from break point against to break point 4. It's quite a journey.
She's gone from break point against to game point 4. She's serving.
Yes.
This to keep her arrears to just 1 break of serve at 2-3. She serves, that's gone long. And I'm not sure. She's trying to get the first serve in, and she's floated that out. I'd like to see her be a bit braver, but she doesn't want to double fault. As she serves her second serve, and it is good, but it's very short. And Sabalenka right on top of the return. She's now got a smash. She puts the smash away.
That was a great smash. I love a smash.
And there's a case in point for any young tennis players. She didn't try and hit an absolute blistering winning return. She just hit a very good return, playing within inside the line. And then she played a very good approach, again, a yard inside the lines. And then she took the smash out of the sky. Trying not to make any unforced errors off short second serves that Gauff's given her. And it's just as I say that, off a short second serve, she hit a good return, but the next shot, the return plus 1 shot from Sabalenka's point of view, found the net. But she'll be quite happy with this start, Sabalenka. Even though this game may go to Gauff, she's well on top in this match at the moment. Gauff is just trying to hang on at the moment. Advantage Gauff. Misses her first serve.
What was his name?
Second serve. Gauff serves is good. Sabalenka, good forehand return. Now the rally's underway. Sabalenka yet again taking advantage of a short response from Gauff. And this time she does put her backhand volley away for a clean winner. So for those of you who are interested in the comparisons, I think what Sabalenka's improved massively at is more control, using her power but in a controlled way, not taking on the same number of risks as Gauff goes wide with her forehand. And so Sabalenka has learnt over the years the way to be most successful and use the scoreboard to put pressure on her opponent. And it's very much by not letting them win many games easily. Fine if they hold their serves, but they've got to earn it. Sabalenka's really tightened up. She doesn't make many mistakes, and we've seen Gauff here having several game points, but Sabalenka is staying in the game and making it difficult. I thought that was close to the baseline. Sabalenka's return just missing on that occasion, so it's back to deuce. But she's just not letting Gauff win this game easily. She's keeping it tight and trying to play within the lines as Gauff comes forward off a good first serve and wins that point.
Oh,
I didn't see Sabalenka's return. It must have been a miss hit because the ball flew off at a strange angle.
I think she caught it very close to the ground, but it was a miss hit.
So Gauff will be hoping this time she can hold her serve with game point for the third time. Longest game of the match. This is the third or fourth advantage.
Second serve.
But Gauff, having missed her first serve, relying on Sabalenka's generosity, and she does indeed.
So long, Coco!
Miss her return. So Gauff does indeed take her second game and survives the threat of a second break of serve by staying true to her second serve by spinning it in. Not a lot of power.
As always, change of ends here, little chat time. Do ask Dan any questions that you have about tennis or about the different people, about the surfaces, about the tour. Click on I think probably everybody in the room is a beloved subscriber, and thank you so much for that. But if you haven't subscribed, click us a sub, please. And we'll speak quietly because we know that you're just waking up. And we'll just go easy on you for now and let you wake yourselves up calmly. And I'm getting good with these overlays, aren't I? Look, I can just go update. There you go. So you're looking at the stats, Mr. Coach D.
Yeah, early days, but it looks like Sabalenka is getting her first serve in 70% of the time, which is the benchmark for a good day on serve. And Gauff so far 2 double faults from her 3 service games, so that's better than she has been doing. But she's going to need to get involved in a Sabalenka service game and going to ideally have to win one of these next 3 service games if she's going to get back into this set. So Sabalenka now serving 3-2. Good first serve as they go into a rally, and Gauff now putting heavy topspin on her forehand, trying to mix up the pace and length as Sabalenka's going wide.
Did it clip?
Gauff forced wide and had to go for a very, very narrow strip of the court and try to thread her forehand down the line, but she had very little target to work with and has missed it.
They were playing strong. That was a strong rally though, wasn't it?
Yeah, quite clay court, like heavy topspin, using the short angles, pulling the players out of court as Sabalenka pulls her backhand, that time out of court rather than the player.
And just keep you up to date with the whole chalk dust family thing. We are halfway through accreditation with the WTA media people, hoping to get press passes for some of the European swing so that we can give you really good coverage when we get to Europe, which isn't long away.
Sabalenka misses her first serve. This wouldn't be the first time Coco Gauff has got 2 points off a Sabalenka serve, but she's yet to get to break point. As Sabalenka serves, her second serve is good. The rallies ensued, and that's the first time Coco Gauff's missed a short backhand.
Unforced error.
Tries to hit a winner with a double-handed backhand, but catches the net. Disappointment for her, but there is no room for sentiment. Sabalenka does have positive relationships. Unlike a lot of world number ones, she does seem to socialise with a few of the players. Not particularly Coco Gauff. They didn't finish the French Open final, which was only 8 months ago, on the best of terms. But Sabalenka...
They did finish the final, but they didn't finish on the best of terms.
No, Sabalenka did apologise for her runner-up speech. She wasn't very gracious, and she did later apologise, but I don't think Gauff was that impressed with Sabalenka that day.
Quite a wide serve there, out.
But when they do get into the... Well, when they go on to court, they do tend to put their friendships to one side. As Sabalenka goes long.
They have to, don't they? Because they're going to be... They spend... this is like a school class going on a trip, but it's a permanent worldwide school trip. So they are friends, aren't they, as well as being competitors.
40-30. Can Gauff take this game to juice and for the first time get to 40 on a Sabalenka serve? She's not going to, I'm afraid, because that's Sabalenka's second ace, which duly wins her third service game and takes her to 4. 2 games ahead of Gauff again, 4-2 in this first set. And at the moment, Coco is going to have to find something different, because her odd good point isn't making inroads at the moment into the scoreboard, as she serves now 2-4 and starts the game well with a good backhand. But this is what I really want to see Alex Ayala start to do in terms of her game management, is become a little better at when to kind of sort of focus in, when to bring her best tennis to the court in terms of the use her tennis brain, her tennis instinct, sensing when the time is right to attack, when the time is right to defend. This is what Sabalenka's doing so well. Excuse me, that's 15 all. Sabalenka has developed a very good instinct, a very good tennis brain for when to press, when to compete, when to play without mistakes and play with a bigger margin, and when to attack. And in this match, she's doing that really well for me. It's not spectacular tennis. She's just keeping sustained pressure on Gauff by keeping that scoreboard ticking over in her favour. Every time Gauff is serving, Sabalenka is making it hard for her. And what that does is Gauff's working hard to hold her serve. So when Sabalenka serves after Gauff, she's more likely to get an easy game, because Gauff's had to work so hard that it's not that easy for her then to go again on a Sabalenka service game.
I know that it is Sunday morning and you guys are all going off to church after this. And I just thought what Dan was talking about, with there's a time for this and there's a time for that. It's very like Ecclesiastes, isn't it? There's a time for everything, a season for every activity under the heavens.
Unfortunately, a third double fault has given Sabalenka another 2 break points. And that's something that you just cannot do. As Gauff finds a good first serve, but the 2 good points have been undone because she's given away 2 of the 3 points Sabalenka's won in this game. You just cannot afford two unforced errors on a service game. It's exactly the point I've been making about how to manage your game, as Sabalenka's looking at this third chance to break, and she does indeed find a backhand cross-court winner
5-2
to take a double break and pretty much guarantee the first set.
Coco's looking a bit despondent now, as you would.
Yeah, so if you're playing a very high-ranked player, it's a given they're going to play some great tennis. These are the best players in the world. So you go on court against Aryna Sabalenka, and you know that she's going to hold serve 86% of the time, because that's what she's been doing the last year. On an average day, she's going to hold serve 86% of the time. So you're not going to break her serve at will. If you're lucky, you're going to break it twice in a 3-set match, because that's what 86% really means. It means only 14% of her service games are likely to be broken by you. So you have got to hold your serve 86% of the time just to stay level with Sabalenka. So what you cannot do when you're serving is give her too many free points. In that last service game, from Coco Gauff's point of view, she gave her 2 free points. That's halfway to the game. And Sabalenka did the rest because she hit 2 great shots. And that is really the difficulty in trying to nurse your service game against the world's best. Against some of the other players she played earlier in the tournament, she could possibly get away with losing her serve more than twice. But it's just not possible against Aryna Sabalenka. So Sabalenka's serving for this first set at 5-2.
And welcome if you're waking up. Mabuhay.
Serving from the far end, starts just missing with her first serve. Again, we can see the service speed. That's one of the best features in Miami at this event, is very clear service speed on the scoreboard, sort of electronic scoreboard behind the player who's serving.
And it was 102. Was that miles per hour, kilometres?
Miles per hour. Sometimes it's kilometres per hour, but
we're in America and they do miles, don't they? In America.
And I did a blog about the 4 younger players in the top 50, like Alex Ayala, Iva Jovic, Mira Andreeva and Victoria Mboka, looking at their average service speeds. And really interesting over the next few years to see if the younger players can develop speeds similar to the Rybakinas and Sabalenkas, because in 5 or 6 years they'll be where they are now. There's no doubt about it. Just because they're ranked between sort of 9 and 45 in the world at the moment, the 4 or 5 players in those ranking positions who are 20 years of age or younger are all serving at speeds that are lower than the very best players. But Mboka in particular is serving at a similar speed, whereas Jovic, Andreeva and Ayala are a good 10 miles an hour slower on average on both first and second serves. And so that's part of their development. Meanwhile, Sabalenka is closing out this first set with 2 good first serves. Gauff has made a mistake off both her last 2 returns. And we now have 2 set points for Sabalenka in what has been a very comfortable opening set. And we'll see the stats for this set as she tries to close out this game. And I suspect that her winners to unforced errors ratio will be positive in favour of the winners, which is another important stat to take a look at. And I suspect Gauff's will be not as good, even though she's playing better than I thought. Saw her in Indian Wells, but that is indeed Sabalenka's first set. Very, very good, solid set from Aryna Sabalenka.
And very quick. How many minutes was that?
Just over 30 minutes, wasn't it? 34 minutes by the looks of it.
That's quick. Oh dear, you guys are the only ones in the room, and you're going to find that by the time everyone else piles in, they'll having woken up, it'll be over. Maybe they'll watch it after it was live.
Yeah,
Yes, Coco is adopted
Catapanera.
Sea Nation lover, excellent. Oh, that's good. I know Sea Stirs and I know Sea Blings. Now it's Sea Nation.
Oh.
There you go. There's a new one for me.
Yeah, slightly older, but only 21. Still only 21, Coco Gauff. I think she's a good role model, and some of the younger players look up to Coco Gauff, and she's very good with the younger players. She gives them some time and advice behind the scenes, and I'm sure she's spent time with Alex as well as some of the other young players. But we're now having the end of the first set break. And we're all hoping Coco Gauff can make a match of this by doing a lot better in the second set. The best way to trouble Sabalenka in terms of the match is to get her making a few more mistakes, to get her thinking negatively. What we say, to make her feel like the world's against her. And,
that feels mean.
And she sometimes does that to herself by getting emotional or having negative thoughts. But until you get Aryna Sabalenka sort of criticising herself, being self-critical, then you know you're going to be in for a tough day. And so far she's been very stoic, very concentrated. So let's see how this second set unfolds as Gauff starts with an unfortunate forehand error.
Oh, she's looking a bit down. You just want a good game, don't you? You want a good game where they both show up.
Look at that orange game.
Over here.
Lovely.
There you go.
So Gauff serving, love 15, and is already under pressure, but manages to defend that point very well and hits an excellent forehand down the line, forcing the volley mistake off Sabalenka's racket. We've got some nice chocolate here. Third point underway, and it's an excellent forehand from Gauff, forcing the mistake. 2 good points in a row from Coco. This is
Come on,
better.
Coco!
Very important. Leads in this second set, uses the scoreboard to
That's a good feeling.
give her confidence and lead. She's serving first, so she should always have the lead after every odd number of games, starting with this first game. It's a good serve, but Sabalenka's found a good backhand there.
Oh.
Gauff's defended that one well now. She's gone for a cross-court forehand, but she's made a mistake.
The net. Goes into the net. Do you have these chocolate orange? Looks like an orange, like orange juice, but it's made of chocolate. Children get them in their Christmas stockings, don't they?
Lovely.
And Dan gets them for a treat on a Saturday night.
Big point this then. This really is an important game to set a new tone for this match.
Second serve.
Gauff has to win it really. Second serve, 30-all. good deep second serve, but a good return from Sabalenka. Now they're going straight down the middle of the court. Gauff trying to get on top in this point, but now she could be in trouble as Sabalenka unleashes the forehand short, but still going. This is a good
long rally.
Good depth from Gauff.
Hard work.
Excellent forehand
Oh,
pulse.
yes!
Well, best rally of the
So
match.
long, Coco, and she's going like this. Come on, people, will you scream for me? I need the energy.
Best rally of the match. Well, that's something Gauff hasn't done in a while, is go toe-to-toe with the very best player and win that kind of point. But that was the first one of the match where extended rally and she held her own and forced Sabalenka into the first mistake. 40-30, chance to take the lead in this second set as she aborts her ball toss and goes again. First serve this time. Just goes long with her first serve. She's trying to hit a heavy spin first serve. She's not going for full out power at all on these serves. Just trying to get it in with some accuracy. She does indeed get her second serve into court. Sabalenka making the error. Oh. We have an issue with the scoreboard, Katie.
No, we don't.
We do.
Do we?
Yes.
Let me just...
We've obviously not got the score. It's carrying on to 7. Oh, so I'm gonna have to do manual.
Okay, I will make a note of that for our scoreboard man who we talk to these days. What happened? It was carrying on to 7. To 7 sets? 7 games?
Yeah. Okay, we're all good. Sabalenka serving 1-love down in this second set, having won the first set 6-2. First serve, return into the net. Thank you, Katie.
You're very welcome.
I'm going to put that over here.
I'll tell Connor that one. He'll sort it out for us. He's good to us. Very high ball toss
Good
from Sabalenka.
first serve, and that's gone out. That's another good
that
first
looked like
serve.
it clipped the line to me.
So we're hoping for a response here from Coco Gauff, but she's got to try and get some pressure on Sabalenka's service games, and that will help. 30-15 as Sabalenka goes long with her forehand.
It feels funny for me. The only person I've ever said Laban about is Alex, because I learnt the word for Alex. And now, oh, who's that? Somebody looking very princessy in the crowd. Now saying Laban Coco, feels like.
Sabalenka taking some speed off her first serve, but it's a net cord, so it'll be another chance for a first serve.
It was a very small room, everybody. In terms of these guys, our fans are all
Asleep.
either asleep, or they're very much Ayala fans. Not so much tennis.
Yes, I think we covered the Rybakina Sabalenka final in Indian Wells, and I think a lot of people were interested to see how that match went, because both players were
out.
very close, much more of a rivalry. I think a lot of people are thinking this match might be one-sided.
Yeah.
And therefore, there's not so much of a
Although, what's their
intrigue
head-to-head
behind
battle?
Yeah,
Is it 6-all?
6-all. But here's a chance. Gauff 30-all. Couple of poor points from Sabalenka. She
46 minutes in.
Occasionally, her mind can wander and she can lose concentration. But she's back on it there with a good first serve. And these are the only dangers of Sabalenka at the moment in 2026 is her losing her own concentration and mind wandering. And it's almost like There, you can almost see it on her face. No, I'm not letting this serve go. Found her first serve. Game point now. Another good first serve. But she misses. Feet didn't move. And she put her backhand into the tram. So for the first time in the match, Gauff has a look at a service game. She's got to juice. Can she now break Sabalenka's serve? Trying to build some tension. Sabalenka working the Gauff forehand.
Yes! And she's really giving it, isn't she?
Gauff finding a backhand passing shot. Wonderful pass.
Really wonderful. I mean, it was a miracle that she got to it in the first place, let alone that it went.
That's her strength. She's a great defender of the tennis ball.
She's a terrier. Ooh. And she's saying, like this, to the crowds.
She wants her home fans to support her.
Well, that's reasonable, isn't it?
Let's go. Now she has a second serve to look at.
Oh, come on, break point. Come on, Coco. Laban, Coco.
Second serve is good. Gauff. Good deep return. Now she's got a chance on her forehand.
Oh.
But that is the problem.
Into the net.
For Gauff. It's not as reliable as she would like. And that was a forehand she could attack.
107
but by being
miles per hour
aggressive,
serve.
she put it into the net. And Sabalenka really escaped there.
I think these are into the net again. Advantage Sabalenka. Okay.
So on this sort of setup, it works, but it's everything has to be pressed.
I know. Tell me another time, darling.
Sabalenka now with game point. Gauff missing her chance, her only break point of the match.
Second serve for Sabalenka. Coco Catapanera has the home court advantage.
Second serving to court. Gauff returns. Oh.
Was it in?
No. Top of the net, and it stayed this side. So Gauff hanging on.
Come on!
If only she could break serve and hold her serve at 3-love up, this whole match would be looking very different from Gauff's point of view. Coco needs to win this game. Come on, Coco. We're at deuce. Sabalenka's longest service game of the match so far. She serves at deuce. First serve. To the Gauff forehand. Gauff now got open court, but she can't put it into the open court. That was another chance. Open. There was quite a space to aim into, but her backhand came up short into the net. We'd really like to see Coco clearing the net as a minimum.
Come on, Coco. You can do it. Channel your inner Ayala.
Sabalenka attacking the Gauff forehand.
Into the net.
And that is enough to win her that point and escape. That was the closest Gauff has been, but she couldn't take her chances. Too many errors at the end of that game, and Sabalenka comes out of it 1 game all. But it looks like a very, very full crowd, although they've left one corner section totally empty. They're obviously not letting people in there. That's a great forehand return from Sabalenka to start this third game.
51 minutes in to the whole match.
As Gauff is serving. It's a good serve. Second point underway. Sabalenka misses
Into
on
the
the
net.
forehand. 15 all.
Oh, but she's sort of laughing about it. You know, I mean, it's good that she's not getting annoyed, but I think laughing about it is almost inviting a lot, don't you?
Yes, she's laughing at her own poor tennis at that
Yes.
point, isn't she?
But, oh,
I think she might have missed that forehand return, yeah.
wow. So don't laugh at your own tennis is the answer to that. Oh, now she's wasting a bit of time, I think, with her towel. 52 minutes into the game.
So Coco looking to hold serve here.
Oof.
And that's a great serve.
Wow.
Best serve from her side of the net all match. And I do believe that's her first ace to bring up
and
2 game
106
points.
miles per hour.
And another good first serve, but Sabalenka gets it back and the rally's underway and they're hitting backhand to backhand, now forehand to forehand, forcing the final error off Sabalenka's racket, and we're at 2-1. So encouraging signs, encouraging signs.
I mean, they just need to play like this for a bit and have Gauff break service once and then into a third set. Thank you very much. That's what we need. And by then, some of you guys will have woken up. I know it's such a busy morning, although at least you're not getting ready for work. You're having your day of rest, hopefully. Because it's Sunday again. Do you remember we were with you guys last Saturday night too, weren't we?
Yeah, that was...
We have a funny Saturday night. The end of March every year in England, we skip an hour, we lose an hour, so that our whole day at the end of the day gets lighter. And tonight is the night. I don't know if you guys have that at all in Philippines. You're closer to the equator, aren't you? But it's to do with the darkness, and it's helpful for farmers. And so today is our day. We turn from GMT to British summertime, 1 hour difference. Coco's back on the court, looking confident and ready, standing there, saying, come on, come and get it if you think you're strong enough. Sabalenka's also there, ready to serve. 111 miles per hour was the last serve from Coco. She's serving strong,
She can do, yeah. Most of the time she doesn't hit her full-on powerful first serves. A lot of spin now, but occasionally, especially when she's up in a game, she'll use it.
Well, they've been over 100 miles per hour, the ones I've been looking at today. And there's the umpire.
Second serve. Gauff's well behind the baseline to receive that.
I looked out to me.
And that is how she likes to defend the baseline, but you can tell from her body language that that first point has gone as she's just missed with her last ground stroke. She really has to play as well as she possibly can for as long as she can. And even though she's playing better than she did against Alex Ayala, to beat Sabalenka, she's just not consistent enough. So it's very much like 2 steps forward, 1 back, or 1 step forward and 2 back. But she's not getting ahead because she needs to sustain her best tennis for a run of points and then a run of games. As Sabalenka pulls her wide one way and then the other, and that leaves the court open, and she duly puts her forehand into the open space to take the 2 points to give her a 30-love lead. A very controlled point there.
Practically textbook, wasn't it?
Using the power of her forehand. And when she gets a few powerful forehands in a row, it's likely that you've done a lot of running, and that's what Coco did there. She was running all over the place. 30-love. First serve missing down the middle.
It's a very cute little room. We've got 7 people. It's lovely to see the ones of you who are here. It's an absolute delight. Thank you for coming. I think you're the stalwart fans of tennis. We have hundreds when Ayala's playing.
Sabalenka missing that time. She missed by an inch. But the risks you take as a tennis player, often caused by just being distracted by looking at your opponent and playing the shot at the same time. If both those things get in your eye line, that can sometimes be the difference. Just try and put a bit too much on the shot. As Coco Gauff hits the top of the net, but this is an extended rally. No one really going for it. Gauff trying to bring Sabalenka into the net, but the drop shot was too long. Not short enough. Sabalenka got to the drop shot and was able to put it down the line for a winner. Gauff trying to vary it there, but if you're going to hit a drop shot on a fast court, it has to be very good. And it wasn't. So 2 points to go to 2-2 in this second set. And that's an identical point in terms of wide. A wide serve, wide, putting Gauff wide on her forehand and then putting the serve plus 1 shot down the line, and Coco was out of court, out of position, and couldn't get anywhere near it. We're at 2 games all, and I suspect Sabalenka will be quite happy with the state of the match.
It's all very quiet in here. We're being quiet for you guys because we know you're just waking up.
Good serve from Gauff.
Oh, that was good.
A good point from Coco.
Very good point. She dispatched it down fast. Near the baseline, but still in. Sabalenka looked a little bit discombobulated.
So, Coco serving with 59 minutes on the clock. She's about to be 1 hour in and counting on this match. Good return from Sabalenka. Another good backhand down the line. Gauff defending it well, though, and forcing the error.
Did it go out? It looked into me. Wow. This really is just the 3 of us. And I'm one of them. Umpire talking to the players or the crowd. Into the net, first serve, second serve. That's me doing commentating.
I can tell.
What do you think?
It's good. Gauff hitting a good forehand winner. Comfortable hold for Coco Gauff this game. 3 game points. But as I said earlier in this match,
she needs to play her best tennis when she's not serving. And then just keep her service games, and then her defending games would be better.
Yeah, I mean, this has been an impressive game. But it's going to just hold, it's just going to win her service game. Let's try it.
Does that say something different to that one?
Yes, this is manual and it's...
Talk about it later, darling.
So the better Coco Gauff does, the more hope we have for get this going to a 3rd set. Sadly, that kind of forehand is only going to cause her trouble. That's bonkers, isn't it? as she goes long with her forehand. And Sabalenka now has a slight outside chance of getting this game, having been 40 love down. She's now back to 40-30.
Laban Coco.
Missing her first serve. This is quite a big point now in this game, because at 40 love up I thought this game was over. Now at 40-30, second serve, Sabalenka's right inside the baseline, looking to attack this return. She doesn't need to attack this return. Gauff, fuming, smacks her left foot with her racket head as her fourth double fault does indeed bring parity to a game. She was 40 love up.
And it's juice. Miami, Florida, orange juice.
All the ball kids wearing orange with an orange baseball cap.
You eating a chocolate orange and them having orange juice.
But Gauff's in all white, but things aren't all right as this
See what he did there.
as this match is now at a pivotal moment. 2-2 juice, second set. Good first serve. Just missed though. Thought it was as near
could have
to
been
an
an
ace, but she just missed trying to really land that ball at a cute angle on the service box. And that's the trouble with just getting your second serve in, I'm afraid. The danger is Sabalenka will hit a winner, and she did. A big forehand winner off a short second serve, 85 miles an hour, and Sabalenka dispatches it to give her a break point now. It's Gauff now, that's about the fourth point in a row. She's missed her first serve. You're asking for trouble. Oh, she's in trouble.
Oh,
Hanging in.
come on, Laban Coco. Yes? No? Yes!
Wow.
Juice. Oh, that was quite a rally.
Sabalenka should have won that point by
Now she's annoyed with herself.
all ends up, but Gauff hung in there and came to the net, and Sabalenka failed to make the pass. So we're back to juice. Sabalenka might kick herself if she doesn't win this game now, as the juice point's underway. Sabalenka hanging on,
Out.
but that's just gone wide. Advantage Gauff.
Advantage Coco. Come on, Sulong, Coco. We can make this happen. Into the net, second serve. I like doing a bit of commentating every now and then. I'm not sure what the listeners think. Oh dear.
Short second serve. And Sabalenka made no mistake and put that down the line with a degree of ease, to be honest.
Coco
That
gave
had
up.
a similar feel to your best forehands that you sometimes hit, where you wind up your forehand.
Wind it up and I whip it down, and then Dan says that was just too good. Just sometimes.
Coco Gauff, this point, has got Sabalenka on the run, and she's getting very excited with that outcome because it brings up another game point, and she's
Come on,
trying
Coco. You can do this.
to keep this second set competitive.
Do you guys play tennis as well as watching it? They'll tell me in the comments. They will. I can't hear them, but they will. They'll type. I have faith.
Chance for Gauff to finally close out this game, and she does.
She does! Woo, woo, woo!
Sabalenka missing her backhand. So, an interesting game. Sabalenka will be kicking herself. Gauff will be happy. This match, certainly in this second set, is close because the scoreboard is saying 3-2 to Coco Gauff. So, after today, we're heading across to Europe. So next week we'll be looking ahead to the clay court season, and we've only got a week, 7 more days before Alex Ayala's next tournament.
And so when do we get when is it likely, you may not know for sure, that we're going to get the draw for Linz?
I would think it's this time next week. Next Saturday evening.
Quite late then.
Possibly Sunday morning, but
Really?
so it's next, depending on where you are in the world. But yes,
That's late compared to how close the beginning of the tournament is. Usually we have a few days between the two. And if we happen to get accreditation, we'll be there, but I don't think it's likely now, really, time-wise. So they've got the Hard Rock Stadium signage up there. Looks like it's a tennis court inside. Oh, it is. Do you see how that works? It's a tennis court inside a bigger court. That's probably basketball or something, is it?
yeah, I don't know if it's
gonna-
Miami Dolphins.
I shall Google this.
So Sabalenka is back at this end of the court, serving at 2-3, trying to stick with Coco in this second set, and Julie wins the first point. So Sabalenka avoids making mistakes. She tends to win the point. Very few points that Gauff has actually hit outright winners. Occasionally Gauff has hit some very forcing ground strokes which have forced errors, but generally Sabalenka has been ahead in most of the points, especially when she's been serving. Second serve is good, making Gauff do something, and on that occasion she does. Good return, 15-all.
It is. It's in the middle of an American football stadium, the Miami Dolphins. Exactly as you said.
Very good. 15-all. First serve is good. Gauff missing her return, 30-15. So one solitary break point in this match so far came in the previous service game. Gauff didn't quite take her chance. She'll be looking to try and take her chance. She certainly won't want to take this set to a tie-break because she'll know how good Sabalenka is in tie-breaks, winning something like 25 of the last 28 she's played. And that happens occasionally to the best of us. A tennis ball has gone under the corner of the scoreboard and they can't get it out. Good news is they have more than 2 tennis balls, so they're able to play this next point, and that will be good enough because Sabalenka's first serve is netted by Gauff. We're at 3-all. So we're all hoping Coco Gauff can take this second set, but it just feels like Sabalenka is one step ahead of her and she's hanging on, but we'll see. This is the vital 7th game of the set. Gauff is serving. From now on she can expect Sabalenka to raise her game because the winning line's approaching. But Gauff is going to have to play some good tennis to stay with her.
I think everybody's gone back to sleep.
Well, I don't blame them.
No. Ooh.
As Gauff misses her backhand on this second point. Apologies, Gauff is serving now. We have two scoreboards. We have the automated one, which automatically switches the servers around and flashes up break points. And then we have the manual scoreboard. And at the moment, I'm using the manual scoreboard, which is sometimes I'm a bit slow to press the right buttons because I'm watching and commentating at the same time. Gauff's just hit one of her best serves of the match, and only the second occasion, but it was an ace, clean ace to give her 30-15. But back comes Sabalenka, who hits a cross-court backhand, and too tough for Gauff to control. 30 all. Where do you think this set's going, Katie?
I've got a foreboding feeling that it's going towards Sabalenka, but I'm going to say Gauff, because then if I say it, it might happen.
Gauff, 30 all. Good first serve, good return from Sabalenka.
Yes!
And Gauff
Oh!
will be grateful from that error.
And Sabalenka not dealing with that in a nice, composed fashion. She sort of did a punch towards the net, as if it was the net's fault that the ball caught it. There, yeah, you see, she's going like, yeah, your fault. And I like it when she's riled up, because it's the calm ones who win, in my opinion.
Bit like you when you play croquet.
Let's see what Gauff. Oh, Gauff's into the net there. So we're at deuce. Come on now, Coco, you can do this. Laban, Laban, Laban.
Sabalenka doing the pressing, she was doing the attacking play. She came forward, and that time Gauff netted her passing shot. I'd like to see Gauff try to take a bit more initiative in some of these points, especially when she's serving. But her natural tendency is to be the counter-attacker, waiting to respond to Sabalenka's racket rather than dictate off her own serve or her forehand. She's still being a bit tentative for me. Second serve deuce, big point, and it wins the point because Sabalenka uncharacteristically just launched into a backhand return and it went way out of court.
Come on, Coco, Laban, Laban, Laban. Then we can Soulong you into the third set. That's what we're trying to do.
It's a game point, but it's a great return from Sabalenka, and I suspect she'll put this forehand away.
Oh, that was all.
She usually does.
She placed it up in the air with a whole court to go for. And of course, she took advantage of that.
Gauff's really got to hang on here and try and hold her serve because it's quite close to the winning line for Sabalenka if she's not careful.
She does have the home court advantage. You're absolutely right. And but she's got a flag behind her. Sabalenka doesn't. She's got her community and Sabalenka into the net.
No.
No?
There is. It's. Oh dear.
It was into the net, wasn't it?
It was, but it was a double fault, they're saying.
Oh.
So Sabalenka did win that point. Gauff.
Sabalenka into the net.
Well,
Deuce.
We're back to deuce anyway. 1 point one way due to a double fault, and then the break point came and went with a Sabalenka error. So back to deuce. And that's a good first serve from Coco Gauff, giving her game point.
Come on, Coco. Laban. Jayo. Vamos. Go for it. I think that's all my languages I have.
And she does.
Out! Yes.
We're at 4 games to 3. So
that's a nice scoreline. I know it's just holding serve, but it looks like Coco's winning. And that's a good place to be for you, Coco. Well done.
So coming into this match, Coco Gauff has played 21 matches this season and won 16. She's lost 5 times.
One of them to our Alex.
And they've all been to lower ranked players. So as I was saying, she's lost to Svitolina twice. Obviously the Alex match in Indian Wells, she lost to Cocoretto in Doha. And so playing one of the top 2 players, Aryna Sabalenka, has been missing off her 2026 season CV until today.
I know it's only a small room, but give us a sub if you can, if you're feeling it this Sunday morning. We appreciate you being here, especially so early for you, because we think that probably most of our fans are in the Philippines. But, well, not our fans, the tennis fans. If you are anywhere wherever you are, pop it on the chat. It's always lovely to know. We sometimes have some Canadians and Italians and Americans. So pop it on the chat. It's all good for our geography. And Sabalenka's about to serve.
Who?
Sabalenka, apparently.
Sabalenka, 3-4. Every game now has more meaning at the end of this second set. This is what we call the business end of the set. And Sabalenka playing some good shots, but Gauff so far handling every shot and giving it back to Sabalenka.
And actually, that previous game, Dan always talks about the essential 7th game.
Vital 7th game. And a Barthonian.
We've got the running barista with us.
Hello.
Hello, running barista. Oh, so good to see you. A real local to us.
What are you doing up at 3 a.m. in the morning?
He's coming to check that I'm wearing his per cup coffee, barista.
Yes, I've still got a deal to be had there.
We have to speak in English now, guys, because the barista's here from Bath. Oh, into the net. Into the net.
Off Coco Gauff's racket as we try tandem commentary.
Great merch.
This is what you get up to when the wife's away.
I don't know what you're implying there, Mr. D.
I know, it's too much screen time. Sabalenka, 15-all. Is this match going to get meaningful and interesting? Can Gauff force Sabalenka into a tough night, a tough day at the office, as she is looking at a second serve? Gauff standing way back behind the baseline. Another interesting tactic from Gauff. Didn't help her there as she put her forehand long, but if you compare Coco Gauff's return position to, say, Alex Ayala's, it's a big difference. Alex Ayala would be trying to take that second serve on the baseline, whereas Coco Gauff is a good 6 to 10 yards back behind the baseline.
Oh,
Gauff
was that in?
comes
come
forward.
on. Yay!
That was one of the few occasions she's taken initiative on that point, followed up a good return by some deep attacking forehand, and then came forward and then put away a short ball. It landed so short, Gauff could let it come down before hitting away her double-handed backhand drive volley. We're back to 30-all. This is really the biggest point of the match from Coco Gauff's point of view.
The crowd will be cheering for her.
If she can win this point, she will have a virtual set point. Chance to go 5-3 up. What a chance. Sabalenka finds a good first serve, goes wide. Gauff pulled wide. Now she's really defending.
Yes.
And that's very good tennis from the world number one.
Okay.
She used her wide serve, pulled Gauff out of position, and from that point, she just had the advantage and she pulled Gauff wide to the other side before coming up with a good clean volley into the open space to give her 40-30 and a chance to bring this match back to 4-all.
I think this might be one of the only times in our viewing history where 2/3 of our fans are in England.
I suspect they're watching it on the television as well.
I don't know. Are you having chocolate orange too? I was explaining to the people what the chocolate orange was earlier on.
Second serve, Sabalenka trying to hold her service game. What can Gauff do? She's returning too deep for me. She's too far back behind the baseline. And that's what happens when you do that. You're conceding too much court position to your opponent. And Sabalenka puts the backhand away to hold her serve. 4-all. As we're now being offered mini egg chocolate. Now, I would be saving those for your bakes, but it's one of the problems of your industry is that you eat your stock. Cut into your profits, but I know you're aware of these pitfalls. I didn't do the same for the corner shop when I was at school. I helped them with their profits by having half a pound
Golf
of wine
serving.
gums and half a pound of midget gems most days. 4-all. Gauff, back to the tennis.
Lovely
really
serve.
Back into this set.
Yes!
And
Laban, Coco.
so it's going to do her a massive confidence boost if she could indeed take this set. But I suspect Sabalenka will want to get the job done. So it's going to be difficult.
No, we don't say that. We say she's going to do it. Yes!
She's helped there.
You see, she is going to do it. Now, can you get your peck her up? Peck her up. Come on. Laban, Coco.
I'm neutral.
Oh, you can't be neutral. Never neutral. We've got the room, people marching in. Everybody's waking up.
Yeah, the end of this second set will be interesting. Can Coco Gauff do it? She's got a good lead in this game. 4-all, 30 lovers. She makes a good first serve. Now attacks with her double-handed backhand. Yes. Sabalenka way behind the baseline.
Yes!
And you don't need me to tell you that Gauff wins that third point with a convincing point and puts away a winning shot to give her 3 game points.
It's the unbiased nature of our commentary that you all come for.
Gauff serves at 40 love, just missing on the
Looked like an ace to me.
first serve down the middle, trying to serve an ace. Trying to stick to a routine, bounces the ball 7 times before hitting a good second serve.
Yes.
And that's an error off the Sabalenka racket. This second set is indeed going to go the distance.
It is. You see, if you just speak it up, you channel it, it happens. We need to be more. More of that.
I think you need to converse with your comments.
Converse with my comments. I am conversing. We're chatting. We're up to date.
I mean, I think I could do some predictions. You see, one of our guests at the moment is called the Running Barista. I suspect the Running Barista was doing a park run today. And I think they probably ran close to 26 minutes and possibly 10 seconds. That's the kind of telepathic nature of my mind. And I think that with such powers of telepathy, I suspect that we might be heading to a tiebreak in this set.
Heading to a tiebreak. Now, you see, I have to say something different. Therefore, I'm going to have to say, if you're saying tiebreak, I'm going to have to say, no, she's just going to walk it. She's just going to get the next game. Because we're Sabalenka serving, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to do Sabalenka serving And
serving to save this second set or stay in the second set or get it back to 5 games all. So far, no breaks of serve at all in this second set.
but
Gauff serving first, so she's held the odd game advantage throughout this second set. Sabalenka serving 4-5. Can Gauff do what she's not managed to do the whole of this match and break serve as Sabalenka finds a good first serve and opens up the space? I've lost count how many times she's played that type of point. She serves to Gauff's forehand on the deuce court, pulling her wide, and then follows up with her second shot of the point into the open space. Clinical, 15-love. Second point starts with a ragged first serve. Now relying on her second serve. And that was a funny second serve, but it's in court, forcing Gauff into the error.
That was a really weird. It was like sort of like my next door neighbours. Not that I know. I've ever.
This could be the start of 3 games that take Sabalenka, if she wins all 3 games, to the title. But you didn't tell me you were saying Gauff was going to win this set.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Helen says that Gauff is winning.
Well, she's won the third point with an error from Sabalenka's racket, 30-15.
Helen and I have actually christened her Coco Catapanera now. We have given her a wow, thank you, chalk dust, Coco for the win. Yes.
The tension's building as Sabalenka's serving, 30-15. Gauff making a play now, getting a good return in, and that does the business.
I think Gauff's looking in charge. I do.
Well, in the last 2 points she has, and she's 30 all. Sabalenka, another error. The Gauff camp is getting particularly excitable. Just 2 points from this second set. Gauff loves a fight. She's won 4 matches this week already in 3 sets. Is this going to go to a third set as Sabalenka misses her first serve? A real chance for Gauff.
This is a real chance.
Sabalenka's not served a double fault yet. And she doesn't on this occasion either, but such good returns. Gauff's in charge.
She is in charge, isn't she?
But she doesn't attack that forehand. Allows Sabalenka to hit deep.
Hey! Woo! Sulong! Advance knock.
Set point, break point, and set point. As our scoreboard can't cope with both of those
It hasn't got enough messages.
scenarios, but it is set point. Wow, what an opportunity. This would be a turn up for the books. Gauff. Chance to take this match to a third set as Sabalenka, first serve, goes long.
This is going to happen, Ellen. Laban, Sulong. Come on. Vamos. Jayo.
Gauff attacks the return.
Yes!
And that is the second set.
Oh!
6 games to 4.
Hallelujah.
Coco
Give it
Gauff
10.
does indeed do what the goddess of predictions called 6 games to 4.
I did
We're at
actually.
one set all.
There was Dan
Wow.
saying there's going to be a tie break, and I was like, no.
I'm going to keep quiet.
Oh, no, don't do that, darling, please. They're only here for you. I just add the fluffy bits, which isn't very much fluffy, really.
Yeah, Coco Gauff played a bit better. She had more belief in that set, and she does what I talked about. She kept holding serve. The scoreboard pressure basically helped massively. The one I think 3 occasions Sabalenka took Gauff's service game to deuce. Gauff hung tight. She held those games, and because she had the odd game lead, eventually some of Sabalenka's poorer tennis finally meant that Coco Gauff, when she got a break of serve, got the rewards, because she only needed to break once to win the set.
Oh, look at the crowd going mad. And her player box trying to keep calm. But you can tell in the player box who's the staff and who's the family. So the front row are the staff, and they're trying to be very, yes, well done, Coco, super duper. Jolly good game, you know. Well, they're American, aren't they? So they don't speak like that. But, and then the guys behind, in the row behind, are going, yeah! Because they're the family. Oh, it's lovely to see the just unbridled joy. It's fabulous. And the stadium here at Hard Rock, Miami Dolphins Stadium, which I noticed the engineering of this, they've taken a corner off. So you've got 2 halves. Our stadium. Oh, she's back on. I'll be quiet now. She's serving.
Final set.
Final set.
Who is going to manage their game the best in this
Coco
deciding set? Gauff will take a lot of confidence from winning that set.
She will, and she should. And conversely, Sabalenka will feel...
First set, Sabalenka's lost all tournament.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good stat. Team Coconut. Are we allowed to say Team Coconut? Hey, we're in the tropics now.
Sabalenka looking a bit ragged.
You see, whilst it gives Coco the confidence, Sabalenka it dents her soul just a little bit, you know? Live long, team. That's Mabuhay. Live long. Yes. Cheers, everyone. Cakerers. Nice to see you at Cakerers. Thanks for coming.
That was Coco's 5th double fault. No, that was her 6th double fault, which isn't that bad given we're in the 3rd set by her 2026 standards, but she won't want many more. This is a crucial part of the match, really. She's got on top, and she wants to keep Sabalenka down, because she started to get agitated. She started to sort of communicate negatively towards her coaching team. But that's a second serve that's short. Sabalenka can get on top in this point. She's going for it with her forehand, and Julie wins that point.
That was like an advance, wasn't it? It was too long, really.
So it doesn't take long for the game to turn on its head. 30 love has become 30 all very quickly, and it was all started by that double fault. So big point now, 30 all, start of this 3rd set. Gauff really needs to do what she's been doing, and that's exactly what she's been doing. She's been hanging tough, finding a good first serve, so good Sabalenka couldn't get a racket on it. 40-30.
Come on, Coco. You can do this. I remember when Coco was 16. Young thing, and you were telling me to watch her, and she was going to be great, playing at Wimbledon. And here she still is.
Second serve now, and she's a bit hesitant. Catches the ball. Doesn't go through with the first attempt. Here's second attempt.
Into the net.
The problem. Second double fault in this game. And there's a look of not again. Please, come on. I do not want to start giving away so many points because of my double faults. good first serve, but Sabalenka finds a good return. Both playing good backhands, backhand to backhand, cross-court backhands. Neither player giving an inch until Gauff goes long. And that, unfortunately, from Gauff fans' point of view, is the worst outcome, because after an extended rally, Gauff misses by an inch.
It started off so well. She doesn't deserve this. I need her to win this point.
You
please.
Desperately do, because it's been a bit of a gift. 2 double faults. Break point now. Sabalenka has a look at the return. Gauff gets it back. Good deep forehand from Sabalenka. Sabalenka now attacks. And that is job done. And you just cannot do that. It didn't feel like she did a lot wrong, Gauff, but at 30 love up, that first double fault, followed up quite soon by a second double fault, is the difference at the very highest level. She had Sabalenka muttering, she had Sabalenka 30 love down, she just needed to play solid tennis. But now the whole momentum of the match has swung back to Sabalenka. She has a tiger tattoo on her arm, and that was a tiger yell as she broke serve. And we're going to have to see the very best of Gauff now. And she needs to come right back at Sabalenka this second game. Can she break back? So both players trying to use that very quite a slow first serve, but spin it wide so it lands quite short at an acute angle in the service box and pulls the player almost into the side hoardings. And that first point, even though Sabalenka had to rely on a second serve, she was doing exactly that, pulling Gauff wide one way and then into the corner the other.
Not such a fast serve, 87.
No.
Quite slow.
Second point, she's just getting her first serve in, and at the moment that's enough. Good game management. She knows the importance of getting a good foothold in this third set, having broken. She's saying, come on then, Gauff, you've got to win these points. I'm not going to give you any of these points. The opposite to what Gauff did in her first service game only a few minutes ago with those 2 double faults. Sabalenka missing her first serve. What will she do at 30 love up now? No double fault this time from Sabalenka's racket. Good, deep, double-handed backhand from both players, but Gauff misses. And at the moment, you're seeing, if you're a young player watching this, you're seeing what the difference is between the world's best and someone who's ranked number 3 in the world. It's these moments. Basically, you cannot give away any points. You have to be very, very, very focused on winning every point, and if you can't win them, don't lose them. Gauff wins the 4th point in the game. Sabalenka won't mind losing that point. That's not an important point from her point of view at 40 love up, but she will want to win the next point. Looking to see where she does with this first serve. She's been going to the Gauff's forehand almost 90% of the time on the juice court, and it's because she knows she's not going to get an aggressive return. It's only a few weeks ago I talked about Alex Ayala's 5 key ways to beat Gauff, and one of them was to attack the Gauff forehand, and that's what Sabalenka's been doing a lot on her serve on the juice side. She's been serving primarily to the Gauff forehand, because she knows she's going to get a safe return from which she can then be the aggressor. So Gauff, with it all to do, love 2. Serving
Come on, Coco.
from this
Love
near
on.
end. There's that wide first serve with spin. They're both hitting that serve well, and Gauff's finding her acute angle with it as well as Sabalenka. This time opting for a safe first serve, but it does the job. But at the moment, this is a bit of chess playing. Sabalenka knows she just needs to win 4 service games. So she will just be thinking about where to make her effort. I wouldn't be surprised if...
into the net.
She buys her time a little bit and sees how generous Coco is, and on that point she got some generosity. So we'll see. I'd like to see Gauff got to be a bit more aggressive on some of these points to get back in this match. That's a bit safe. Spinning the serve in, but Sabalenka sort of having a free shot at that and misses. So it looks like we're going to go 2-1.
No, can we do that again with a bit more confidence? We're going to go 2-1.
Or from Gauff's point of view, 1-2. As she comes to the net, but as is the way with the modern game, you can only really come to the net if you really find the corners and with depth. And that approach was not deep and it wasn't in the corner. And Sabalenka dispatched it as it was in the hitting zone where she hardly had to move. The bounce of the ball was at the perfect height, as was that for Gauff, who now, wow.
Fantastic. Well,
Nice chocolate.
have you finished it?
Almost as good as Per Cups.
Well, we're back to a nice little intimate room of a small number of people, and because everyone is calmly waking up in the Philippines right now, and there's people screaming on the round, waving their "Let's go Coco" banners, having and I think she's on the rise. Your commentator's gone very quiet now. Oh, look, interesting. So they've got some cable cars at Miami by the Dolphins. And it is a beautiful day. Palm trees, maybe coconut trees. And they've got a sort of, in Wimbledon terms, we call it Murray Mount or Henman Hill with a big screen. But it doesn't look like it's quite as picnicky, quite as wholesome as the way that Wimbledon does it, but there you go.
Thank you, Helen. As we're back from the changeover end, Sabalenka serving 2-1 with a break, and that's if we've seen that point once, we've seen it 10 times, if not 20. Good first serve. Gauff going wide, makes the return, but Sabalenka hardly had to move and returns to the open court, winning the first point. 15-love. Finding another good first serve. 30-love. Quite interesting to watch. It's very easy to come up with game plans, but really to beat the very best, your game plan has to be sort of delivered by the player, almost sort of with very little margin for error. So you've really got to play the game plan almost perfectly to have a chance of winning the 2 sets you need. So Gauff has done some things well tonight, but just not long enough or consistently enough. So to change it, she has to do all the right things for longer. We've seen it before. Sabalenka was 3-love up in the Australian Open final in the final set against Rybakina, and then Rybakina strung 5 games in a row together to give her the position from which to win. Gauff needs something similar. She needs a run of consecutive games where she plays really well and forces Sabalenka into mistakes, just like that return. She returned deep and Sabalenka puts her forehand long. So this game is now back in the balance at 30-all.
Is that her husband-to-be on the television there?
That was, yes.
30-all. Come on, Coco.
Missing her first serve. This is a real look at getting that break back. 2-1 serving Sabalenka, but second serve now to the 30-all. It's a good second serve. Good return from Gauff. But Sabalenka's got the forehand in with pace, too much pace for Gauff. And that gives her the first chance to win this game at 40-30. Not seen an ace from Sabalenka for a while, and that's a better first serve. Gauff gets it back. Now she's made to run, but it's a good shot. Sabalenka wasn't expecting such a good reply.
She's talking to her box.
Tried to play it without moving her feet from the baseline, and the power of the forehand went way long.
Way long, a bit like Sulong.
She's blaming the surface as if to say the surface just made me miss that, but nothing wrong with the surface. It was just a good deep shot from Coco.
Nice serve, but Coco took into the net.
There's another example. One good point followed by a poor return. Not enough consecutive good points coming from Coco Gauff's end. If you're being hyper critical, it's tough. But this is a standard you've got to try and live up to. Otherwise, you're not going to...
That's the game.
Make the inroads you need to in terms of the score. Sabalenka 3, Gauff 1. And with that, for me, neither player is playing at their top level. We know Gauff hasn't been playing anywhere near her top level now for quite some time. She'll feel quite pleased that she's competing with the world number 1. But for me, neither player's playing their top level at the moment. Gauff serving 1-3. Second serve. Having to hang on now. Bit like the first set so far. This score is going very much like the first set did.
Come on, Coco. Laban. In or out?
First point to Sabalenka. Gauff can't control that forehand. She seems technically to have a problem on her forehand side where sometimes she can't get the balance between the spin and the power.
She's been working on that forehand, hasn't she? She talks about it in an interview.
Yeah, it's trying to control the ball with enough topspin so it lands inside the baseline, but with enough power to have sort of meaning in terms of forcing Sabalenka forcing Sabalenka back deeper into the court, or forcing her to make a mistake through the power. You can pace the shot just like that, really.
Very good. I mean, I bet that was a fast. I'd like to see the speed of that serve because I couldn't see the ball. It was going so quickly.
Yeah, the speed guns on the court, they're just recording the service.
93.
Yeah, that's the serve speed. They don't record each shot in turn. So it takes a view of the service speed. That was 114 miles an hour. That first serve missed, but that won't change now until the next serve, and then that's it for the point. But sometimes they do hit ground strokes nearly as fast as the serve.
Oh, yes.
But not generally.
30-15. Come on, Coco, you can do this. We're all behind you.
Their ground stroke speeds would be under 100 miles an hour. So, not a lot happened in this game in terms of extended points. We've not had more than
Yes.
4-shot rally as Gauff puts away a short second shot from Sabalenka, and it's looking like she's going to hold her serve. But as I said 2 games ago, Sabalenka knows that she just needs to hold her serve, and she will have 3 service games to come where that will be her focus, and of course Gauff's focus will be to break Sabalenka to get back into the set.
Second serve.
Certainly
40-15.
Gauff has to just keep the double faults away.
Was that way out?
Because the second serve is often vulnerable to that kind of return, and when Sabalenka returns her second serve successfully, it's usually the beginnings of Gauff losing the point.
I like the way your scoreboard often updates faster than theirs does.
Yeah, I could see the body language. It's sort of tennis player's instinct.
Game. 3-2, 2-3, depending on how you're looking at it, how you're cutting your cake up.
Sabalenka with the all-important break holds the advantage, but as Katie's just recognised, Gauff sticking close in the score. Just the 1 game behind. Still looking interested.
So,
but with 4 of you watching, should we do a little poll, Katie?
okay, let's do a poll. I will put a poll on here.
We could
I think I can do
see if everyone is in agreement, hoping that Coco wins and turns this 3rd set round.
I think I can start a poll. It's a yes poll, no poll. So I have to say, will Coco... hang on a minute. Will Coco...
Win the Miami...
Mananoloyan. Manan... Oloyan. That's the question. Start the poll. I'm going to say yes. Oh. I can't do it. I can't answer it myself.
Sabalenka then serving 3-2 in this final set. Missing her first serve, second serve is a good one. Coco Gauff, good return. Sabalenka trying to impose herself on the rally, but Gauff has got her teeth into this point, comes forward into the net, but misses a makeable backhand volley, and she's disappointed with that.
Dear.
It was the right play, doing what I asked her to do a few games ago, trying to be the aggressor more in these points. She played a good point. It was a good approach, but her backhand volley was very makeable, and she put it into the tram lines. Unfortunate. You'd be pleased as a coach, but not with the outcome. 15-love. Good serve from Sabalenka. Gauff starting to read her serve though. He's getting these returns back into court. good depth from both players as Gauff goes wide. You have to say, both these first 2 points in this service game of Sabalenka's, Gauff has really had the advantage in both points, and yet her error, her final shot in both points has been wide, put into the tram lines, first with a volley and now with a forehand, and Sabalenka is somehow 30 love up, despite Coco Gauff's good returns on both points. As Sabalenka serves 30 love up, and that's a netted forehand return. So this game in a flash is already 40 love, sort of giving adage to the value. It's not how you start the points, it's how you finish them, which really applies to a lot of sports. But Gauff has started a lot of these points well, but
Come on, Gauff,
nothing
you can
to
do
show
it.
for it.
Come on, Gauff.
Sabalenka will be very grateful for an easy service game.
Out. Second serve, she's looking a bit like, I'm pretending not to care. Honestly, I've got this, but I haven't. That's how I think, as I read her face. Yeah, she's getting flustered. Umpires shouting. I'm not shouting. Umpires talking to the crowd.
Finally, the point is underway, but it doesn't last long because Gauff goes for a big forehand off her second serve. But going for a big forehand, she's put it out. And in a flash, we've gone from 3-2 to 4-2. And now Gauff can no longer afford to lose her serves, because she's not only a breakdown, but if she lost her serve again now, the match would be pretty much over. Sabalenka just 8 points from victory now.
And our poll currently, we have 67% of people think that Coco will mananolayan, which for anyone who is not Filipino in this crowd.
Good serve from Gauff, and she does take the first point of this 7th game. It's vital for her that she wins this game. She's only got 2 more cracks at the Sabalenka's serve, and she's got to hold her serve in the meantime to even have those 2 opportunities.
Mananolayan means we gonna win. Oh, so close, but I thought that was an ace, but no. Second
Missing
serve.
down the middle, and second serve. Now she's under pressure. Sabalenka, good return, but Gauff hangs tough.
Yes. No, lob.
Sabalenka puts
Smash.
the lob up, and Julie wins the point. At the moment, they're trading these 2 service games with little fuss, a little coming from the receiver's end. First, Sabalenka got a little sort of fight. Nothing really came from her service game, from Gauff's racket, and it's going the same way on Gauff's service game. Sabalenka not doing very much with the return.
Oh.
Someone's
The umpire is really having...
There's movement and noise, and she was mid-serve, and she herself, Gauff, was pretty disgusted with the person just shouting out there.
I think it was a permanent offender.
It's a second serve. Something breaking her concentration. But she does get her second serve in. And she
Beautiful.
And just like the previous service game, we're at 40 love.
Now then, don't take us back to juice, please, Coco. Tennis is fairly new to see, and we have Coach Tito down to join us. Jenny, we appreciate the support. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Oh.
So Coco's about to sit down at a change of ends, just 4-3 behind, and she'll be looking to summon up everything to play a really good return game. When they come back out, she won't want Sabalenka getting to 5-3. But for now, Gauff will be happy with winning that game comfortably. And we're at 4-3 in this final set. And we'll have a word from my lovely wife.
The word is Sulong, which means advance. Like a katupunara that you are, Coco. That means a fighting warrior woman. And she's fantastic. We're just loving it.
I think some of our viewers might be watching with half an eye on the Tennis Fantasy League that we have going on in the UK.
Oh, yes.
Trying to get some pointers because the next big event for all the players will have half a mind on is the French Open, which it concludes the clay court season. So the clay court season is starting in earnest from Monday in Charleston and then in Linz in Austria for Ayala fans. But some of our viewers take part in a fantasy league where we try and predict the winners of the biggest tournaments in the season.
I need to help the people who are new to tennis that the French Open is also the Roland Garros. So they're called the same. French Open, Roland Garros, same thing. Like Miami Open sometimes gets called the Hard Rock Stadium tennis. So just in case that was confusing.
Right, here we go then. Big game for Coco Gauff. Sabalenka serving 4-3. Can Gauff get the break back?
Into the net.
She could do with Sabalenka's level dropping a little bit here.
Well, it just did.
Didn't really threaten the serve last time. But this game might well be different as Sabalenka misses the first serve. Second serve is good. Gauff making her play, but Sabalenka has hit a forehand winner into the open space.
Oh, it's Mr. Marcos Po. Yes, praying and hoping for Coco to win. Absolutely. She's Catapanera Coco now.
I think an aeroplane went overhead there.
Either that or a pigeon.
Stop mid-point. It certainly put Sabalenka off. That's the second time she's missed her first serve. Quite a margin there. I wonder if she'll play an underarm second serve. She's not Nick Kyrgios, but she aborts her ball toss.
Let it drop. Bit of a
Gauff
time
is
wasting.
so deep, an underarm second serve wouldn't be the worst play, but she goes for a conventional second serve. It's a short return.
It was
Coco will
short.
be disappointed with that. And when you hit a short return, it means the server has the option of going diagonally on a shorter angle, which really, really is then tough to defend. And so it turned out. 30-love. Will we have the wide forehand, the serve to the forehand again from Sabalenka? She's used it all match, really. It does go to the forehand. It does find the service box, and Gauff hits her return long. So if you look at the unforced errors, or you look at the errors from Coco's forehand and compare it to her backhand, the ratio will be high on the forehand. Something like 3-1 in favour of forehand. The forehand makes the most errors, and that game is over in a flash. 5-3, so Gauff did not get a sniff of a service break there.
Helen's asking where the K mug is. It's here. It's here. See, Dan's got his drink in it.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I'll go and fill it up for you, darling.
Now this is the game now. You've got to watch now. This Coco Gauff has to win her service game to extend the match.
Okay.
So she'll take a lot away from this match. She is the French Open champion, so she'll be defending her title in a couple of months in Paris on a much slower surface. So she won't be disappointed by this score because this surface favours Sabalenka. But in professional sport, it's all about the W. So progress, yes, but she's not really been that close. She's got one break of serve the entire match.
Are you talking her like she's lost now already?
No, I'm just being tough.
Tita K, you're using a different tumbler. Where is the K tumbler? Dan has the K tumbler today. I have one. This is my Barcelona one. Dan has it. The unforced error of Coco is a lot this set 3. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But she's come back well in this game. 2 good points in a row give her 30-15 lead. Yeah, I'm repeating myself, but she has to try and sustain her at least a very good level. It doesn't have to be her best level, but she has to be consistently a good to very good level for as long as possible. And she's been too up and down. Some good tennis, but then some poor tennis.
That was a net.
And it's that pendulum. 1 or 2 good points followed by 1 or 2 bad points is not what she needs. She needs some sustained pressure, good points, and there is the perfect example.
Unforced.
Point 1, poor tennis. The next 2 points, good tennis from Coco. Point 4, poor tennis. 2 errors, 2 good points, and it doesn't help. It's like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, and she needs some momentum in this match, in this set, and she hasn't managed to get any in this 3rd set. Sabalenka, 2 points from victory. Can Gauff hang on? She comes forward to the net. Sabalenka with a chance to pass. Gauff manages to get a volley in. The point's still going on. Sabalenka with an excellent,
great shot.
An excellent wrong footing, sort of half lob, half pass, but it had the same effect. It was a winner. Gauff tried to cover the forehand side. It went over her backhand side. She wasn't there. And as you can all see on the screen, we have our first match point.
Oh, this is
Sabalenka to do what only 4 other players on the WTA Tour have done before, which is to win back-to-back in March, the Sunshine Swing double, winning in Indian Wells and then the Miami Open back-to-back. Can she do it? As Gauff serves, goes long. Please don't double fault. We do not want a double fault.
This is just hair-raising.
Sabalenka will be looking to stamp
little return.
It's a good return. The point's underway, but Gauff goes wide. Sabalenka puts her arms out. The match is done. It's all over. Sabalenka is indeed the Miami Open champion. Gauff congratulates her at the net. They have a warm embrace. Great match, says Gauff.
Yeah.
And
nice. That looked like a genuine...
Sabalenka wins 6-2, 4-6, 6-3. She's delighted with the win and is just the 5th player in the history of the game to win those 2 tournaments back to back.
Oh, you told me the other 4 this afternoon and I'm trying desperately to remember them. I've got Kim Clijsters,
Victoria Azarenka, Iga Swiatek in the 21st century, but going back to the last century, Steffi Graf.
Oh, yes.
So there were 4 players until today. Aryna Sabalenka has become the 5th player and is the consummate professional. She played a good, solid match, but nowhere near her best tennis. Gauff stuck with her in the 2nd set and just highlighted the benefit of scoreboard pressure. If you can just keep your games ticking along, even the very best sometimes are vulnerable when they're behind on the scoreboard. And if you're being super honest and really analysing that match, the only time Sabalenka looked vulnerable was in game 10 of set 2 and game 1 of set 3. Gauff broke to win the 2nd set 6-4. She was 30 love up in the first game of the 3rd set on serve, but she served 2 double faults from being 30 love up. And instead of holding serve at the start of the 3rd set, Sabalenka broke, and that was the match. The momentum shifted back, and Sabalenka, in truth, never looked in trouble in that 3rd set. She never had a break point to save on serve, and Gauff was behind, all because she gifted 2 double faults in that first game of set 3. And for Ayala fans out there, that's exactly what Alex did against Makova several times in her match. Makova's no Sabalenka, but she's a very good player, and you just cannot do it when you're playing a better player currently on form, then you have to have an tennis instinct, which is, right, I must do certain things that I'm in control of. I must do them well. And basically, Gauff cannot compete with Sabalenka over 3 sets if she's serving that many double faults. And I'm pretty sure it was 8 double faults. I'll just double check that, but I think I'm right in saying it was 8 double faults.
We're going to be able to hear the post-match interview.
Yeah, we'll try and get that. It'll be Aryna Sabalenka giving that interview. But we played 27 games and Gauff served 14 service games, and she won't be happy with 7 double faults. That's actually an improvement from Gauff's point of view. But you're giving up 1 free point every 2 service games. And there's especially that first game of the third set. As a coach, that would be what I'd be showing back to Coco Gauff. She had a chance at the beginning of the third set, but she couldn't sustain some good tennis at that point. So we'll see if Aryna's got anything to say. But an interesting match. I took quite a lot from that match. Aryna Sabalenka will definitely be beatable on the clay courts. So the next 2 months, if Aryna Sabalenka plays, she's much more beatable on clay. Today's match, for me, highlighted that. And
so Mr. Cruzpo is saying he cannot wait for Pegula to play Sabalenka.
Yeah, Pegula likes the hard courts. She's not got a great track record on clay. Sabalenka won't be playing now till Madrid, I wouldn't have thought. She did play last year in Stuttgart and lost to Ostapenko on a sort of warm-up for the big events, but I'd be surprised. Sabalenka tends to play Madrid, Rome, and then the French Open. She might put in Stuttgart as a 4th tournament, but she'll certainly now have probably 2 weeks off, if not 3 weeks. I think Madrid starts on April the 21st, which is 3 weeks away, so possibly 3.5 weeks. So Sabalenka will decide whether she has a warm-up event, but her scheduling this year has been spot on. Played 4 events, won 3, runner-up in the 4th. Virtually perfect.
And in terms of, I know I'm always going on about the huge flight schedule and the huge hotels moving around, but the fact that she missed out the whole of the Middle East meant she didn't need to do all that flying and all that being away from home, and she could just rest and practice. It was a very strategic move, wasn't it? And I know that you've always talked about that with Raducanu particularly. Hello.
It's the reason I don't play competitively now, because I'd have to stay away from home, and I don't want to be away from you too long.
You're cute.
No.
I think there might be some other reasons he's not playing
Yeah,
competitive
I think
tennis.
possibly my age now is against me, but
Maybe just a little bit, darling.
yeah, no, very interesting match. Sabalenka will have her eyes on the French Open and then Wimbledon. They're 2 of the biggest tournaments of the year that she's yet to win. So from her point of view, she will want to keep her winning run going. And so I suspect she'll play just 3 clay court events this season, culminating in the French Open. But yes, that's the end of the hard court season. We won't see a hard court now until after Wimbledon. So we're on the red clay and then the green grass until the middle of July. So that's a good positive change in the season to keep us on our toes. And so the next time we see some of you will be in about 8 days' time, when we cover Alex Ayala's first match live in Linz, which we can't wait for.
That will be very exciting. And I'm sure we are doing a few videos between now and then, which are more tennis specific, more evergreen, the type of videos that people might actually be looking out for. We're doing one on the left-hander, aren't we?
Yeah, whether left-handers have an advantage on the tennis court. And we're also going to look at how you play on the clay. Playing on clay courts is very different. And the beauty of Alex Ayala's background is she spent all that time at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca. And of course, there's the king of clay himself. Rafa Nadal is no better role model to learn from. So having been brought up on half the courts at that academy are clay. So Alex will be looking for a better season on clay, having played only 13 matches at this level, at the WTA level, in her career to date. She's very early stage career in terms of clay courts, and she's won 5 matches out of those 13. So she'll be looking to have a good clay court season, and there's lots of room for improvement from her point of view, as it's only really her second full year on tour. So we'll be looking ahead to that. But I think in terms of us today, we just have to say well done to Aryna Sabalenka. A good effort from Coco Gauff.
And salamat po to you all for coming very much.
Yes.
And enjoy your coffee and your breakfast, because it still must be very early morning for you.
And thank you to our UK fans for joining us.
We don't get many of them to the dozen, but it's lovely when you come along.
Okay.
All right.
Take care, everyone.
See you. Bye-bye.